In today's video, I am talking about two of the most popular camera brands out there, Leica and Fuji. But instead of pitting them against one another, what I wanted to do was combine them, to bring them together by pairing three of the most popular M mount lenses with the legendary Fuji X-Pro3. Is this going to be a match made in heaven, or is it barely going to make a difference? My name is Andrew. Welcome to the Lens Rentals channel. So I've been taking photos all week with this combo, and we're going to get right into the photos, starting with the 50mm, which is a 75mm equivalent lens on this camera. The depth of field that you get with this lens is really awesome, and on the X-Pro3, looking through the viewfinder, the focus assist is helping me a ton. The next lens I wanted to use this week was the 35mm. Now, I often don't shoot at 50mm, so it took me a little bit to kind of get used to it and comfortable with it, especially when I was downtown with my buddy Keith. Last up, I have the 28mm lens that I'm rocking this week. 40mm is a strange focal length. I know some people who love it, and for me, it's a little different. I really do love a wide field of view 28mm frame, but we don't have that in this camera because this is a crop-centric camera. But I will say that this 28mm lens is great. I love it, and it's been fun to shoot with on this camera. Now that you've seen all the photos we've taken with the 50, the 35, and the 28mm lenses, I want to show you how this rig is set up and show you how easy it is to put Leica M glass on a Fuji X mount system. Setting this up is very easy to do, and there are a few more fine details that we can get into, but let's start with just getting the lenses on the camera. First things first, you're going to need the M mount adapter by Fujifilm. This has an X mount back that goes onto the camera, and then the M mount outward facing so you can attach M lenses. So this is really straightforward to put on. Just align the red dots, twist, and now you've got an M mount Fuji camera. From here, you're gonna take a lens. I'm picking the 35mm and I'm aligning it onto the new mount. Now we have the Fuji camera with the non-native glass. The great thing about this setup is that once you have the mount attached and then the lens attached to that mount, the camera knows what's going on. So you don't need to do a lot of additional settings and adjustments. That was the quick version, really short and simple, and you can get out and start shooting immediately. But if you want a few more details, here we go. The power of the Fuji X-Pro3 is not in its LCD screen. I think that the flip down screen is strange, so you really want to use the EVF. To ensure that the lens and the camera are speaking to one another properly, you're going to want to press this little silver button to the left of the Fujifilm logo on the new mount. Pressing this button opens up two specific options that you're going to need to pay attention to with whatever lens you put on. The first being bright frame brightness, and the second being the actual lens that you're using. If you've ever used a rangefinder, you know when you attach different types of lenses onto it, you get different frame guides. The X-Pro3 will do the same, and bright frame brightness essentially magnifies or illuminates those frame guides for you for easier viewing. I have mine set up all the way because I kind of have bad vision. I should probably be wearing glasses or contacts wherever I go. That's a different story for a different time. The next option is lens registration. Clicking into it will show you a myriad of different lenses that you can choose from when pairing M mount lenses to your Fuji X-Pro3. The reason why you're going to want to go through the lens registration menu here on the X-Pro3 is so that, one, you have the right frame guides through your viewfinder, and two, you can have the proper information in your files on your computer. If you've been paying attention, if you have a keen eye, then you know that M lenses cannot autofocus. They are manual lenses. So putting it on a camera that can autofocus seems almost counterintuitive. You have to switch over to manual focusing mode and then utilize focus peaking and other options that Fuji provides for you to nail focus for your shots. Now, for you, that may seem ridiculous, but for some of us, we enjoy having that manual tactile feel when it comes to focusing on manual lenses. But if you want to try this out and you don't want to deal with manual focusing, there is a way to autofocus with these lenses, and that is the Pronto Pro. It is a Fuji X to M mount, but it has a little motor in it and some other wizardry that allows you to turn your manual focusing lenses into autofocusing lenses. One caveat, it can be very loud. So if you really want to try out non-native lenses, but you don't want to deal with manual focus, then the Photodiox Pro Pronto mount is the way
to go. For the longest time, I never dealt with non-native lenses. When I bought into the Canon system years ago, I thought I was stuck with them. But I've really opened up recently in discovering the beauty and the excitement of using non-native lenses. And I have to give credit to my friend Joshua Martin over at Cine Dailies. He utilizes non-native lenses in a really practical way for his workflow. And it's pretty inspiring to watch. And watching him gave me some perspective on myself as to why I might want to use non-native lenses. I think for one, it gives us a better appreciation and understanding of different types of optics. And two, it helps us kind of reimagine the systems that we've bought into. Sony, Panasonic, Canon, Nikon, Fuji, Leica, they're all putting out pretty great cameras these days. The bodies themselves all seem to do the same thing. So when you have the opportunity to incorporate non-native lenses to your system, you're really opening up some new possibilities for yourself as a creator. I think that everyone really should try out non-native lenses, and by everyone, I mean you. So make sure to check everything out at lensrentals.com. We have these lenses, we have these mounts, we have these cameras all available for rent. We also have different types, different brands that you can try out and mix and match. Either way, we want you to rent the gear, save some money, and get to creating. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. All right. Peace.